If we look at CBD, you're saying that it is a specific chemical and quality is important because you said you're taking out of the hemp plant this very specific extracting this chemical. There's a lot of different ways to do that from what I read about. And that is why we're not comparing, one CBD to another, that the quality really matters. And I think this is an important part of the conversation because it is not regulated by the FDA or considered a dietary supplement, although perhaps it should be from what the science says. It is not regulated. And so the processes of extracting it from the plant are not determined by the government in a certain way. So I think you see, at least for clients of mine that use it, they look for the cheapest thing. Why is that specifically a bad idea in this case?
In general, I'll just say this: you do get what you pay for. But that being said, you don't have to look for the most expensive brands either. So a few things that clients should know about choosing which CBD products to buy. In addition to the way that it's extracted not being regulated, everything about it is not regulated. So just realize that the way it's grown, the way you package it, and even the information that companies put on their label is often inaccurate. In fact, I saw a study where it said around 70% of companies that they surveyed had inaccurate information on their labels specific to their ingredients. That means you're spending money and you're not actually getting what you should be paying for. So when someone tells me they bought CBD at a gas station, it's going to be a very different experience than the type of CBD you can get from a high quality source. So let me explain what that means. Hemp, for those who don't know, is a very eco-friendly plant that is very good for our ecosystem, our planet, and for us. That's the short version. It's a whole thing. Hemp also absorbs the toxins in the environment that it grows in, including the soil and the air. So if the hemp is not grown using organic growing methods, it can literally absorb the toxins from its environment, which means when you consume it, that's probably not going to have a great effect on you.
Besides having insecticides or pesticides applied to it to promote the growing if it's not organic.
Yes, in addition to the regular pesticides or chemicals that it might absorb from regular farming practices, it literally acts as an absorbent of toxins in its environment. It's not just the regular amount of unsafe chemicals when you don't grow organic, it's literally all of them from the environment. So that can be helpful when you're trying to clean the air, but not so helpful if you're trying to consume the plant. So you want to make sure that they have organic growing methods. Ideally, for those of us in the USA, you want to make sure the hemp was grown in the USA. This just ensures that there are safer growing practices and that they can have the organic growing methods that we use here. Just do your research about where they source their products from, because that's important. The other aspect, as you said, is the manufacturing and extraction process. There are a lot of ways that you can essentially break down the quality of the CBD, which therefore is going to affect the results you get from it. So you want to look into extraction methods that they use in order to make sure that they are doing it correctly. Another hugely important thing to look for is third-party lab testing.
Right.
That means the company asked a third-party lab that is not associated with them to test their product and ensure what is inside each product in each batch. So for example, when you go on our website, you'll see we display our third-party lab tests for every single product. You'll see the lot number, the batch number, the dates. You'll see the exact content of what's in every single product. It's important for transparency, but it's also important for people who get drug tested or maybe they're taking medication and they really need to know exactly what's in that product.